What's going on, SFAM? It's your boy Lynch back again with another motherfucking video. SFAM, stand up. SFAM, salute. Stay focused and motivated. Get motivated up in this jank one time. Still tired, y'all. My sleep schedule is weird. Like, I don't know. I can't sleep how I want to for the most part. I do get some sleep, but all right, let's put it like this, right? So I don't get much sleep. I might get like 3 or 4 hours of sleep a night. So then once I come home, I'm tired, I'll doze off. And once I've dozed off for maybe an hour, it kind of recharges me and keeps me awake even longer, so I get less sleep. And it's just a cycle. It keeps happening over and over and over again. Life of the new platoon sergeant, man. Second week down, second week complete as a platoon sergeant, and I'm back to tell y'all about some of the crazy stuff. Since being a platoon sergeant, man, I've seen a lot of good stuff happen and some bad stuff too. I've seen soldiers since January, since the beginning of January, right after getting back after block leave. You know that we're gonna have a urinalysis when we come back from block leave. I've seen so far 2 soldiers who we've got notifications on that were not doing what they're supposed to be doing while they were on block leave. Their situations are situations that I've never heard of before, but in general, when stuff like this happens, I'm not sure what's gonna happen with either one of them, but I can tell you this. Whenever you do drugs when you're in the military and you get caught, your unit, whether they know or not or whatever, maybe they might have it might be a random time, they may have to drug test everyone. They may only have to drug test a few of the unit. But when you pop hot, that's what we call it. When you pop hot, what normally happens is the commander gets notified. When the commander gets notified, the commander is going to let whichever platoon sergeant and platoon leader know, hey, your soldier has come up as failing the urinalysis. So what happens at that point is it's the platoon sergeant and the platoon leader's responsibility to notify that soldier, hey, you came up hot on the urinalysis. Now, what happens when you come up hot on the urinalysis? What happens when you come up as failing on the urinalysis? Different things can happen. Probably going to start the separation process. You're probably going to have to go into we used to call it the Army Substance Abuse Program, but now we call it the Substance Use Disorder Clinical Care, aka SUDC. This is for alcohol, if you're abusing alcohol or any other drugs. Along with that, you may have to go talk to some legal personnel. You might have to. It just depends on your situation, whatever the case may be. But you can lose your rank, and of course, if you lose your rank, you're going to lose money. Your money's going to go down. You could possibly have to do some extra duty. That could be a thing. Just depends. It kind of depends on what the leadership wants to push, how they want to push it. Depending on your rank, I think at times, depending on your rank, it's going to depend on who has the final word on everything. It could be the battalion commander, it could be the company commander. It just kind of depends on your rank. Now for me as a platoon sergeant, whenever I see someone who has failed the urinalysis, it also depends on the soldier too. Like, if they're a good soldier, if I haven't seen them doing anything, I can't tell that, maybe they might possibly be doing things on the side that they're not supposed to be doing. If I can't tell, it's gonna hit me like crazy. I'm like, wow, I wasn't expecting that. You know what I mean? Some people you can see in just by their demeanor and so, it's possible maybe they were, whatever the case may be. Not to judge people, but people are people. And you're gonna think things, and people are gonna do things and make mistakes and do things. It just depends. Just kind of depends, man. I don't know. It's a weird situation. Especially when you have a soldier who you don't think, you couldn't see, like, wow, that it hit you like that. I didn't know that they would do that. I didn't think they would do that. But ultimately, for real, it sucks, because then you have to kind of guide that soldier, and you just don't think, when you don't think that they do it, it just hits you different. It really does. But you want to give them guidance. They're down in the dumps. You want to make sure that they're not going to do anything harmful to themselves. Maybe they have kids. Maybe they have a family. Maybe they don't have family. But if they have a lot to lose, it's going to suck. Ultimately, your commander and your first sergeant, they're probably going to say, hey, you know what you were doing. They have zero tolerance for that kind of stuff. I will say this, nowadays I've been seeing a lot of people, they're still being retained after they go through stuff like this. Now, it hasn't been many lower enlisted, but mainly your senior enlisted and soldiers that are close to being senior enlisted, I've been seeing them getting retained. It really all just depends. It's circumstantial. Who knows? Maybe the soldier made the mistake, did what they did, they realized they made the mistake, they're still pushing and doing what they gotta do, just like they were never gonna get kicked out of the Army. It's like they're not even thinking about that they have this process going on that they could be separated, but they're just not letting it bother them. Maybe that's the case. Maybe that's the situation. They end up getting retained because of that. That could be it. Some soldiers, whenever they hit this situation, they end up falling and going down that rabbit hole and just end up still doing worse, or maybe they're just not showing that they even still want to stay in the Army. I think when commanders and when leadership see that in soldiers, they're like, okay, well, they don't want to be here anymore. We're just going to go ahead and let them go. Now, other things that could happen, you could be barred from re-enlistment. You could be flagged, which means, just like what it sounds, you're flagged. Whenever there's something available, like a promotion or a school that you can go to better yourself in on your military career, there's going to be that notification like, nope, this soldier can't do it. That's a flag. It's a notification. This soldier can't go and do this because they're going through this situation right now. Once that situation is done, the flag gets lifted, and then they will be eligible to go back and complete whatever school, or, you know, maybe take leave. They may even get their freaking driving privileges taken away from them, but they can earn those. They can get those back. Now, when they get those back, there's different paperwork and memorandums and stuff they gotta go through and get signed and all this crazy kind of stuff. When you lose your driving privileges, you got to jump through some hoops to get your privileges back. Bad habits are not worth it in the Army because you lose your privileges. You can't go on leave. You maybe be able to go on pass. You might not be able to go on pass. Sometimes you can lose your driving privileges on post. So you can drive up to the gate, close to the gate, but then you got to get a ride from somebody, got to come pick you up, or you might have to catch a cab. I've seen it. I've seen it happen. I don't know, man. Just some crazy stuff that I've been seeing my second week as a platoon sergeant. Now, to share with y'all some of the things that kind of bring up the mood a little bit. So as a platoon sergeant, I let my soldiers know. I let them know in advance. Friday, last day of the week, before y'all go home, we're gonna go and check the line. If y'all don't know what the line is, that's the whole parking area where we keep all of our military vehicles, all in one line. So I told them I'm gonna go check the line, and when I check the line, if it's not squared away, we're gonna clean it up. I'm gonna hold y'all a little bit later than release time for the day. That being said, even though I told them we're gonna check the line, I went out there and checked the line, and there's just different stuff that I seen on vehicles, in vehicles, that just weren't right. They had to be fixed. So I kinda got to go back in drill sergeant mode a little bit, that mentality, and had them fix their things. I don't know how this happened, but y'all know the little can, they got a little can, and inside the can there's a little block of felt or something like that. When you smell it, it smells real good. Air freshener was on one of the headlights of a vehicle. I don't know why it was there. I don't know how. There was duct tape on the top of one of the vehicles. We also, along with our road vehicles, we also have water vehicles. We have boats, right? So I get on top of one of the boats and I'm looking. Got a freaking plastic bag, dustpan, drip pan full of freaking coolant, freaking water bottle, some towel with another drip pan up here. Too easy. We finna get them. We finna get them. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this right here. Oh snap. Rags laying out. Freaking crazy, man. Mind you, I told my soldiers, I told the staff sergeants, I told them, we're going to go through and check the line, make sure the line is squared away. When I check it, we'll go ahead and do what we got to do and get y'all out of here. I had to hold them longer, man. I had to hold them longer. It was freaking crazy. It's like I told them about it, but I don't know. Maybe they didn't think I was really going to do it or whatever. I don't know what went down. One of my sergeants had told me, he was like, yeah, so in this boat, maintenance came by and they were fixing some things and they never picked it up. I said, okay, I got it, understood. But the fact is, before I could finish saying what the fact was, my sergeant told me we didn't check it. And that's the thing. All you gotta do is go and check it, have somebody clean it up, good to go. We could have kept it moving from there. But I had to hold them a little bit longer just so they cleaned up. Once they cleaned up, I told them, hey, go ahead and get out of here. I didn't even go back and recheck it. I just told them to clean it and go ahead and get out of here. I didn't want to hold them any longer for the day. So yeah, man, I just want to hit y'all up and let y'all know how it's been my second week. Oh, by the way, the promotion list was supposed to come out today. Well, I will say that it came out this same day last month. Now, the rule is, the thing that they say is it comes out at some time around this day. Could come out before, it could come out after also. The thing that sucks about this one is today is a Friday. It's supposed to come out today. It didn't come out today. It could come out around this day. So now we gotta wait all the way until Monday to find out who's been promoted to Sergeant First Class in my MOS or not. Y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna keep y'all posted. Don't judge me for being tired. I'm still here. I'm still knocking them out. SFAM set up. Salute, stay focused and motivated. Get motivated up in this jank one time. It's your boy Lynch. I love y'all to death. Deuces, and we out.